Beginning of April, we went through a kind of particularly dry season around here, and they were just starting to put mulch down around the city when it was springtime. And at one point in time, I sent out a press release because we had had 75 mulch fires in the span of about 72 hours. And that was depleting our resources. We have to respond to all those because they do catch houses on fire, they do catch buildings on fire. And thankfully, we got some rain and I think some awareness helped, both, a little bit of both, and we quit making as many runs. But we still make them on a daily basis. You know, the problem with flicking a cigarette out the window is most gutters around Lexington have some kind of debris in them, like leaves and some kind of brush at different points in time until it's been cleaned by the city street cleaners, and also mulch. Any cigarette that comes in contact with mulch or long grass on the side of the road or anything else is going to ignite this time of year, and some of them turn into some pretty large fires. I've made some fires over the years that were 8-10 acres in size, grass fires, that we feel like more than likely started from a cigarette coming out the window, and those are very dangerous fires. If we caught them starting a fire like that, we'd cite them and it would be an arson charge. But and it depends on what happens. It can even be a very serious arson charge. If somebody's injured in it, it could be an arson 1, which is 20 to life in prison. If you start a fire intentionally or unintentionally that results in something like that, you can be criminally charged. But the charges vary depending on whether you meant to do it or not. But still, it's not a thing to do. It's such a simple thing to take and put it out in an ashtray or to drop it into a coffee cup with a little bit of coffee in it or something like that, especially before you throw it out a window. I mean, you should never throw them out the window. First of all, it's littering, and secondly, it does cause fires. And throwing it anywhere for that matter, other than in an authorized receptacle, can cause fires. And it's dirty. I like to hang out downtown. I love the fact that downtown's been revitalized, and I've stood in the middle of a pile of 70, 80, 90 cigarette butts before on some of these street corners where people are throwing them out over the weekend. And that's kind of sad. I mean, downtown's clean, Lexington works hard at that, and it's nice to see that. When people come from out of town, we don't want them to think of our city as a dirty city, that's for sure.